Adam Sidorczyk, which rhymes with so many things.
Yeah, check out Adam. Yo, he's the greatest Serbian. He's so inventive. He's like Phineas and Ferbian. He's strong in the mind. He's buff like Kerchik. With SEO, he is the equivalent of Jokic. No, that didn't rhyme.
that was really good.
Kerchik.
Oh, he's the big gorilla from Tarzan.
I did not know that.
In my head, I was like, what rhymes with Jokic?
good.
That's the only thing I know about Serbia is Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
I was like, Kerchik.
But
Kerchik.
given that he's from Poland, now you have to do Polish.
This is the Snowball Effect.
Welcome to the Snowball Effect podcast, where we're going to bring enterprise-level tools and talent to a local small business to help them grow. Hey, I'm Todd Jensen, and welcome back to the Snowball Effect. It's great to have everybody here, and great to be here with my co-host. We've got Chad over here. Welcome to the podcast, Chad.
Hello.
Then we've got Christian. Christian, welcome to the Snowball Effect.
Hi.
Today, I'm really excited about what we're going to be doing, Christian and Chad. We're going to be breaking down what we like to affectionately call the Snowball Stack. You hear about tech stacks, right? Oh, here's all the tools and everything you're going to need in your technology stack in order to operate as a business. Well, we've got our own, and it's the Snowball Stack.
Wouldn't a snowball stack be a snowman?
That's very good. This is our snowman.
I like that a lot.
I mean, it can only be three things, but okay.
But we like the Snowball Stack because it includes our actual brand name, and it's gender neutral. So that's what we're going to break down is the Snowball Stack, and then we've got some final thoughts that we'll wrap up the podcast with on just some other things that we'd recommend for small businesses, and we might just have a little request for Christian today, right?
Yeah,
kind of
maybe 2, maybe 3 requests. We'll see what happens.
We're going to spring some things on you today, Christian.
I didn't know what we were talking about. I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous, but let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay.
One thing I do want to say about the Snowball Stack that I think is kind of funny is that this was meant to be literally just a tech stack, but then Todd had to get bucked up. He needed bucked up. And so we were like, well, now it can't be a tech stack. What is it? And we're like, it's a Snowball Stack. It's tech plus bucked up plus a couple other things now.
And let's not bury the lead. Let's jump right into that. Okay. Today is the great unveiling of I have thrown this. I have put this out into the universe and manifest it into existence.
Yeah.
I wanted bucked up from day one. The first episode, it was probably the first few minutes. I said we need bucked up in some form or fashion to step up and help out Studio Z. And look behind me, my friends. We have from our friends, our pals over at Bucked Up, I am now surrounded by, I've got Bucked Up in stereo, on the left, on the right, it's everywhere. I've got one right here, and I'm going to crack one open, and here we go. Bucked Up was kind enough to give us 3 full boxes of Bucked Up, and we're giving those over to Studio Z, and they're going to be able to hand them out. All of them except for this one, because I am going to crack this open on the spot. I've got the Bucked Up Energy Rocket Pop.
Oh, Rocket Pop.
All right. You want to hear the greatest sound in the universe?
Yeah.
This is it. This is it.
Oh my God! You got like a little it splurted a little bit. That was
This
nice.
was.
Gross.
That is.
I mean, splurted was probably the best choice of words.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is Rocket Pop, and it is delicious. So there we are.
I think that's what I have.
So Bucked Up, thank you so much to our friends over at Bucked Up. I'm so excited to load up Studio Z's little mini fridge full of these Bucked Up, and he can hand them out to people that are coming to get, they get cleaned up, then they get a Bucked Up.
Yeah, really cool of them to be a part of that.
I like the fact that you can just manifest things. Like you can just talk about it happen. Like Chad, if you just keep talking about that Lily girl that you really like, what's her name?
Lily James.
Lily James. If you mention her in every podcast, I don't know, like 3 episodes from now, we'll be like, Lily James is here.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
If you want to help a barbershop in Utah,
Lily James, join us on the podcast. Okay, that's happening now.
Can you imagine?
Is Lily James a real person? Tell me that's a make
She's a real
believe.
person. Yeah.
No.
But
She's
that name isn't an alias. Like,
No.
is that name an
That's a real name.
alias?
That's like
You
the
don't know who that
Cindy
is?
Crawford of your generation.
Oh, no.
Sorry, like
no,
the,
Cindy.
the Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn of your generation.
Audrey Hepburn is who all the kids,
It was
the punk
Madame
kids
Curie.
like. Thank you. I was more Joan of Arc. That was more my jam.
We're just going further
and
back.
further back.
Cleopatra?
Eve?
So
No, Cleopatra. Okay. Okay.
awesome. Well, let's get into the Snowball Stack. So some of these tools we really, really recommend, and we wanted Studio Z to have access to these. So just all the levers we could pull. We were trying to get people to contribute their software services and their tools to Studio Z.
Todd actually, he put a lot of effort into this. We kind of created like a short list of tech that we were going to recommend for Studio Z. And we were like, it'd be really cool to reach out to them and see if we can get something for free for Studio Z. Like, would you give them a subscription, blah, blah, blah. And we had some success, and we had some surprise inclusions as well, things that weren't on our short list. And so that's why this is a little bit more of a mixed tech stack now too. Not all of it's tech, some of it's just awesome people who wanted to help out. And so we're gonna go through all those.
And so we're gonna go through some of these partners now. These are now friends of the program. Some of my favorites. Okay, first and foremost, everybody cans up for Bucked Up. Like they came through. And what are y'all drinking?
I'm pretending I'm drinking Miami. I love
I'm
it.
pretending.
No, I'm sure this is delightful. I've never had an energy drink before. If I did, like if I have a Diet Coke at 2 in the afternoon,
True.
I'm not sleeping.
He's already rambunctious without energy drink in him. So
But you
it's
know
like,
what?
Oh my gosh.
Your maiden voyage.
It's a first.
300
What's
milligrams.
gonna happen? 300?
That's okay. Don't even think about it. Your heart's
pretty
good. Your
good.
heart's good. You got a young heart. It's strong. It's
300? It might be more caffeine than I've drank my entire life collectively. What's gonna happen?
Let's see what happens.
We're gonna find out. How do you feel?
Number 1, it's got a sweet, tangy taste. I love it. Number 2, I can fly. No, I'm just gonna stay at a sip. I think a sip is pretty safe.
300 milligrams. I have that by 8 a.m. like that.
What's a normal energy drink? Like 80?
This is caffeine free. There's no caffeine in it. Chug it.
Yeah, you'll usually have anywhere from 100 to 300 milligrams of caffeine in a normal energy drink. So,
Okay.
So yeah, there's a reason they call it Bucked Up.
This is high end.
Yeah, this is high end. So, great. Well, another one that I was really happy about, another partner that I want to talk about is Opus Clip. Opus Clip, I'm super excited because I reached out to them, and they're kind of a big deal. They're actually one of these tech companies that are merging video editing with AI, and they're just super hip, and they've got an infusion of cash. They're in San Francisco. They're spreading online like crazy. But I reached out to their CEO, and she was so great, Grace. Grace was so nice. She actually said she wanted to help Studio Z out, and so she gave them access to their tool with over 3,000 minutes worth of video editing. And I'll tell you what, we use Opus Clip all the time for our stuff. 3,000 minutes that's 50 hours of video that they can edit for free.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
To give you some context, to like edit these episodes, it takes like 2 to 3 hours, just a full episode. And then pulling clips out of that is probably another like 20 to 30 minutes each clip. And with Opus Clip, what you do instead is just, I create the entire episode like normal, and then I just upload the episode of Opus Clip. It pops out 30 different clips, and you can go through each one and edit that individually. You can, like, obviously it's not perfect, it's AI, like sometimes it makes hands.
It's
Not
getting
in this, but
there is a problem with digits when it
some
comes
reason.
to AI.
Yeah, all the
So
image-
the number of limbs and actual fingers when it comes to AI image generation, it struggles.
It's
I
kind
think
of funny.
it's a conspiracy by Big Finger to not.
I think that's what they go by too. Is big fingers out to get us. They're
Like
always
that.
watching.
Yeah.
But to your point, editing out
Saves a ton of time.
editing out a video podcast and trying to get the right clips. I mean, you can spend hours on that. And what they're offering are 3,000 minutes, meaning you upload a 5-minute video. that only counts towards 5 minutes of their acquired time. So you can do so many of those. It creates 10 or 12 of these clips that are generated over AI. It gives you a nice summary of those. It gives you a nice title. It puts in the captions. It lets you add in like your brand colors and everything with the captions, and it spits these out. And I'm telling you, they're pretty good because I actually tried to use it about 10 months ago, and I was like, it's pretty good. But now, using it again just a couple of months ago, it's already just like improved so much.
And the reason it's going to be helpful for Studio Z is because as they like build out their e-commerce side, they're going to be doing a lot of social content, which includes a lot of video. They want to do podcasts. So as they like just record haircuts, have conversations, they can really just leave that. I mean, I don't know if it's a phone, but they can leave that recording for a while and then just upload the recording to Opus Clip, and they can pop out the next week's worth of social content.
That's exactly right.
Which is massive for a small brand like them who don't have time to create that content. Well, you were looking at the pricing. Were you able to find out what that is? Like normally, if there's a small business out there like, hey, let's look at Opus Clip. Is it affordable?
Oh, it's really affordable, and you basically just buy you just buy the minutes or the hours of video that you want to edit. So it's not like you've got to pay a monthly fee or something like that. You just say, hey, I want to have 10 hours worth of video editing that I can do. And that's not 10 hours of me working the video editing. That's I upload a video of 5 minutes, and that then counts as 5 minutes. So you don't have to worry about a monthly payment and stuff like that. It essentially just you just march through
pay for usage.
You just pay for usage. That's exactly right. So it's pretty sweet. And so those 3,000 minutes, I mean, our marketing team uses this tool all the time, and we end up using about 10 hours a month, and they've got 50 as a small barbershop. So they're going to be able to use this for days and days and months, which I'm super excited about. So thank you, Opus Clip. Thank you, Grace. That was just a wonderful gesture for Studio Z. So do we have our first request from Christian?
You have 5 seconds.
Okay.
Do an ad read for Opus Clip. You don't have to do it in 5 seconds.
Can it be a jingle?
Yes.
Preferably a jingle.
Okay. If you're not tech savvy, well, you can still be hip. Just check out Opus Clip. And if you want to put a name to a face, well, check out their CMO. Her name is Grace. Opus Clip. Opus Clip.
I love the jingle, and I think she'll appreciate being called out in her own jingle.
It's harder. I'm realizing it's difficult to think of an actual good tune to sing, and then also try to think of the words at the same time.
I like the ending. Opus Clip.
Opus Clip. It's just said twice.
It's
like,
how I need
liberty,
to
liberty,
myself.
liberty.
Yeah.
You're just like, Opus Clip, Opus Clip,
Yep.
Opus Clip.
Hey, 5 seconds. Give me some.
Well done.
You used
well done.
your one jingle, by the way.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. No, we'll let you do another jingle. You can do whatever you want. It's tough enough.
In fact, we'll give you the melody, and you then have to do a jingle.
Honestly, that'll be easier because coming up with the melody is tougher.
Let's hear.
Nickelback.
Oh my gosh, you can't just give me an artist.
Photograph. Look at this photograph. Every
gosh.
time I do it makes me laugh.
With which company?
Let's
know.
do
You'll find
Bucked
out.
Up. Bucked Up.
Okay.
Bucked Up.
Okay.
Remember, you have 5 seconds.
If you're feeling kinda slow, well, I'll tell you where to go. It has so much caffeine, and their workers are not mean. Wait, I just turned this into. What is? I'm thinking like Halo. Halo.
That was great. Because I only drink. I
Spill all over.
I'll only buy drinks from people who have really nice employees. So that was a really nice
I
plug.
think the first 2 lines were the exact same as. What did he say?
No, I said if you need. No, those are.
I know. I love.
If your brain is feeling a little bit slow, well, I'll tell you where to go. That has so much freaking caffeine, and their employees are never mean. It's Bucked Up. It's where the ballers go.
Okay, the two of you may not remember the 90s, but it was kind of a peak for rap. Now, one thing you'll notice about 90s rap is there's a definite formula.
Yeah.
It's, my name is blankety blank, and I'm here to say,
Yeah.
I came to do this in a major way. That's the formula. You could insert anybody's name, any smack talk, and that's the formula. I
he
know
ever
your
use that
formula.
formula next time?
I know your formula, which is, if you're here's a problem, and you're wondering where to go.
Yep, that's 100% it.
If you're wondering where to go,
Yep.
then solution. So you got that's good. With jingles, you got to have a formula.
Marketing 101.
Hey,
Okay,
it's
the
Rap
last
101,
solution.
Marketing 101.
We won't do it yet, but the last one, 90s era rap
Done.
version
90s
of
era.
whatever it is. We're not telling
Okay.
you what
Okay. We don't know which one, but okay, I like that. That's
I
good.
want to know
That's
what
good.
it was.
I totally know.
I couldn't hear.
I totally know. Okay, let's go to next on our Snowball Stack. Based off of some of our episodes, we had a local photographer or videographer raise his hand and say, "Hey, I want to help out Studio Z." And his name is Mitchell Thane from Film Lab.
Film Lab with 2 A's. Lab.
Film Lab.
That's how you.
Lamb.
Well, lab is a.
Lab.
It's also
It's
a
a thing you can get at a Thai restaurant. Is lab. It's a type of salad.
Is that real?
L-A-A-B. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
and I can see your wheels turning as you're thinking of jingles.
This is making me a really bad contributor because, like, when they're gonna ask me for a jingle, I got to be ready. Michael Thane, he's so insane. Like, I don't know, like,
Done.
I can't even focus.
That was
You already
perfect.
did it.
But I'm super excited because what he's going to be doing is he's breaking out just a nice. Well, I mean, this guy's big time. I mean, he's done stuff for Jordan Brand. He's done stuff for some pretty big brands and companies out there. And we
They're
said,
really good, too. They have a podcast, and their, like, setup is awesome. Makes me very jealous.
well, and that's where we're thinking
They
he could.
don't have bucked up in the background, stacked up.
That's okay. That's okay.
We
you know.
did it without tipping anything over.
I know. Well, earlier
Just
we did
once.
we did tip this over, and it was a chain reaction that we couldn't stop.
Uh-huh.
So.
It was very embarrassing.
But I'm really excited about Thane because he's just going to break out just some nice consulting here for them and say, hey, if you're looking to do a podcast, if you're looking to take pictures of people after they've had their haircut done, then here's some things you got to consider about your background, about your lighting, about, hey, here's how to do this on the cheap with your iPhone and some really basic equipment. Mm-hmm. So he's going to help us out with that and then actually go in there, walk around and say, wow, given your surroundings, which are freaking cool, you know, here's some things that you can do. So I think taking the crew over there at Studio Z just to the next level so that anything they create and produce looks top notch.
Well, one of the ideas we had was to like pitch a barber on LinkedIn was for him to like market it as like, oh, get a haircut and then get your headshot. Did you already say this? I don't know that. Yeah, then get a headshot. And so it is important for Zaxter to have an area, if we are going to go down that road, an area for people to have headshots. And it kind of needs to be cost effective. It can't be this like insane setup with an awesome camera with a billion lights. And so one of the challenges it's going to be with Mitchell is going to be like, okay, what would you do if you were a barber shop? How would you set up a small studio that's good enough maybe to take pictures of headshots with an iPhone 15? They might have a more serious camera than that, but I think it's an interesting challenge and see what they can do with that. But set up lighting, give them tips on that.
So Mitchell, what do they do given what they have and the resources and the limitations they have? How can they make this look really good?
Yeah.
So I thought that was a super nice gesture. So thank you so much, Mitchell Thane over at Film Lab and our Film
Lab.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Next one I'm really excited about, and this is somebody I've worked with a lot in the past, and he's really stepped up. His name is Adam Sidorchuk, and he is from Serbia, and he runs a digital agency called Cyto Digital. And let me tell you, he is probably the greatest mind that I've met when it comes to SEO, when it comes, Christian notwithstanding. He's just a great mind in the digital marketing space, but also in the local marketing space and how to really get yourself to show up in SERPs. And he's going to create a really robust analysis of their site, of their local reach. And what he's really good at is distilling that down into actionable next steps. Here's things your team can do DIY to actually keep you showing up on the front pages of
He
Google.
should go by the Serbian Serpian.
I
Is that okay?
yeah.
Okay. In fact, I'd like to hear more about that.
No.
Maybe in the form of a jingle or an ad read.
Wait, no. Wait, oh wait, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah. He whispered to me. He was Serbia.
Serbian.
And now I'm on it, and he's like, "No, I meant the other Serbian."
No, sorry, that's my bad.
No, you're great. You're
Okay.
great.
5 seconds starts now.
Actually, yeah, and actually, I got to double check. It may be Poland.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think.
I said Bosnia.
And I was like, "No, you're way off."
No. It's Serbia.
And he's actually a good friend. I've never met, but we've had like dozens and dozens of video calls. It's Poland. It's Poland. I totally
Okay,
threw.
well, that
Can I
throws
do
it
one
off.
for Serbian first? I'll do one for Serbian.
Okay. Because he's branching out.
Yeah.
He's branching
What's his
out.
name again?
Adam Sidorczyk. Which rhymes with so many
Yeah,
things.
check out Adam. Yo, he's the greatest Serbian. He's so inventive. He's like Phineas and Ferbian. He's strong in the mind. He's buff like Kerchak. With SEO, he is the equivalent of Jokic. No, that didn't rhyme.
That was really
Who's
good.
Kerchak?
Oh, he's the big gorilla from Tarzan.
I did not know that.
In my head, I was like, "What rhymes with Jokic?"
good.
That's the only thing I know about Serbia is Nikola Jokic for the Denver Nuggets. I
Okay.
was like, Kerchak.
But
Kerchak.
given that he's from Poland, now you have to do
Oh
a
my
Polish
gosh.
version.
But okay, so let's hear it now for what he really is, which is he's from Poland. He's the guru of Poland.
Okay.
Oh, do you know that? Because you didn't know what country it's from. But now he's the guru.
But
of it.
now he is the
just
greatest
kidding. Yeah, he is.
marketer to ever be spawned from the loins of a Polish person. All right, so what do you have for Adam Sidorczyk?
He's an SEO mastermind, but you don't have to fear him. You can trust him. He's an Eastern European. And don't you worry, because you'll be just fine. I think in Poland, they like to drink wine.
Oh, that was so
Was
that's
there
so good.
anything
That
about
you,
SEO in that?
Yeah. He's so fast with SEO. It's like he's on a horse. He'll be sweeter than honey and tastier than borscht.
Borscht.
is that,
Is that Polish?
is that like Korloff?
Borscht is a beet soup. It's Russian and Polish.
Okay.
All right, that was a deep
really
cut. That
good.
was a
You
deep
did
cut.
really well.
Adam's got more layers than a hoagie, and he's sweet inside, like a delicious pierogi.
How do
Wow.
you know?
These are the only two Polish foods I know.
I was like, I don't know what that is.
Adam, we love you. You're the
Very
greatest, and it's so great that Christian created a jingle for you if you ever branch into the Serbian market, or after you finish dominating the market there in Poland. So we love you, Adam. All right, let's talk about a next piece for the tech stack, which is HubSpot, and we use HubSpot all the time, right, Christian? You're the HubSpot guru.
Yep, HubSpot's awesome. Great CRM, can do a million different things. Super multifaceted.
That was a perfect ad read, actually. So
great.
perfect.
Are you familiar with HubSpot's free version?
Yeah.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We'll have an
good
interesting
for
conversation about that.
Yeah.
small
So
companies,
we're working with HubSpot right now on getting them so that they'll give access to Studio Z for one of their more premium packages. But the nice thing about HubSpot is even at the free version, they've got tons of stuff for small, medium businesses. Like your email marketing, your landing pages and tracking and stuff like that. I'm actually surprised by how many things they offer. If you don't mind a little HubSpot branding on your live chat or something like that, they've got quite a suite.
HubSpot is like Salesforce, but it doesn't suck. If you need a good CRM, please use HubSpot. It's so much better than any other CRM. And
Have you used Salesforce?
I have. We used to use Salesforce back in the day. I was their
Oh, really?
Salesforce admin, and then we switched to HubSpot. Salesforce is like a CRM for geeks. HubSpot is like the everyman CRM. It can do a ton of things, maybe not quite as much as Salesforce, but way more intuitive, way better UI, better for small businesses. HubSpot's legit.
Well, thanks HubSpot for helping them out, and that's a tool we actually use, and so we're excited for them to be able to utilize some of those free features, and you can edit this in later, some of those paid features if we can get them donated for free from our friend over there at HubSpot. So another one that Chad and I use all the time, which is DaVinci Resolve. Mm-hmm. We love DaVinci Resolve. We recommend it to everybody. Why is DaVinci Resolve so great?
Well, first of all, because it's free. And second of all, because it's just... I am not a professional videographer or like video editor, but I was able to. It's a good in between as far as like a very professional tool, but also usable and learnable. So though it may not be like it might be just a little too robust for a small business, I think it's, as far as free tools, it's on the most advanced end, or like the most useful end of that like entire range, where you have like Canva, for example. We're going to talk about Canva has some like basic video editing stuff, but you can do a lot more with DaVinci Resolve. So what I would say to small businesses is, if you have the time and the inclination and you are leaning into video and you want quality, go with DaVinci Resolve. If you just want some like things to put on Instagram every once in a while, some video editing, probably go with something a little easier. A
little bit more user friendly. But if you're out there shopping around for an expensive thing like Premiere Pro or something, then go with DaVinci Resolve, because it's a free version of that. They do have an upgraded version, but we finally just had to pay for the upgraded version, and we've been using the free version for a long, long time. So it's actually super, super robust.
And it's basically the same thing. Like the paid version has some really useful stuff, but the free version has most of what the paid version
really niche features if you want the premium. So if they get into video editing and they're doing the podcast like they're saying, and Canva's video editor isn't quite doing it, because that's pretty basic, definitely go DaVinci Resolve.
Right.
So great one there. And then let's see. I'm going through.
I could see you. I was like, do you want one?
In my head, it's so tough now because you put me on the edge. I'm like, they ask for an ad read. I'm here in DaVinci. I'm like, let me see. It's like your personal renaissance. Like, okay, it'd be so good. You'll be like, this is my first supper. And like, I don't know. I was just trying to think like DaVinci references.
Because the Last Supper.
Yeah, exactly.
That was very good. That was very good.
Moaning, Lisa.
Oh my!
I don't know.
Oh, wow, I don't know if that's overpromising, but DaVinci Resolve is pretty impressive. It's pretty satisfying.
That was really good.
Well done. That about does it as far as our tech stack. But I've got to finish with probably the greatest tool that they're going to need to grow, and that's the Snowball tool. But I think we've kind of talked about Snowball enough up to this point. Is there any color that either of you would have to add?
Yeah, I would
that?
love to give an update on their campaign so far, because we launched with them about a week and a half ago. Right now we're messaging anyone who comes in and holds an appointment, that fires a post over to HubSpot. And HubSpot appends some data and then sends it into Snowball. And they're getting a text and an email about an hour after they've finished their appointment. And that's just saying, hey, thank you so much for coming into the shop today. We loved being there with you. That's not what it says. It's better than this. But then it says, do you have any friends or neighbors who would be interested in looking for a barber? If you want to, let me know. Share me their information, and we'll reach out to them. We'll give you a $20 gift discount off your next haircut.
You know, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Is if one of these texts that went out was in the form of a jingle. How might that sound?
Yeah. Let's have Zach's. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Studio Z.
Yo. Oh, I was going to do it for Snowball. Can I do it for Snowball?
Let's do it for Snowball. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yo, you don't need any of these marketing fads. You don't need Google ads. It's so beautiful. It's a Snowball. You can put it on a mural, and it's going to all help you get you the referral. So all of the competitors, you can get wrecked because you ain't ready for the Snowball effect.
Oh, okay.
Well
wow.
I blocked down there for a little while.
That was pretty good, Christian. That was really good.
You kind of have two lines.
I think you surprised yourself with the last
The
one.
third line, yeah.
Yeah.
You do it. I'm like, okay, I got the first rhyme, and I think I have the second, and then you're.
And it just came to
You
you.
hope you've discovered the third on the way.
Your eyes just lit up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's really good.
That was excellent.
Anyways, let me tell you more about the Snowball campaign we did for
Great.
Susie, because we launched a little while ago.
We're done singing.
Hopefully that's my last jingle. We'll
see.
Have run it for about a week and a half. The message has gone out to about 100 people. We've gotten 12 referrals for them. And
Nice.
we're also tracking how many of those referrals, because when they send a referral in, we then message the referral and say, hey, we just took care of your friend Chad. We'd love to. He mentioned that you may be looking for a barber as well. We'd love to have you come in. We'll give you a $20 discount. And then we track how many people have scheduled appointments from that, and we've had 4 scheduled appointments, and actually the first just recently held.
Oh, awesome.
So we've helped them so far generate from a schedule, 4 new customers from this, from 12 referrals, and from about almost 100 appointments. So pretty good rates.
Any reviews or?
Yeah, the reviews has been really exciting because a lot of people who aren't ready to give referrals, they're almost always ready to give reviews. We've had about 9 reviews. They're all 5-star. They're more than half of them have left it on Best Company, and they've left it on Google My Business. And today we just recorded the first video testimonial from one of their customers.
Nice.
Who signed up and did a video testimonial. It looks awesome. It's about 1.5 minutes long. The person really nailed it, and we provided that.
You showed Zaxter already?
I haven't showed it to him.
Okay.
It just happened like 2 hours ago. Okay. So
that's awesome.
I'm excited to share that with him.
I'm curious to see what
It's fun to see the video testimonials come in, but also the reviews, because today's reviews are tomorrow's referrals. So it's really exciting to see this come together. So that's awesome.
I've never heard that line before.
But did that just come to you?
Have you said that before? That was excellent.
I got the
Thank
chills.
you. I'll take it. I'll take it.
That was excellent.
I know.
Thank
Seriously.
you. It actually was something that Caitlin and I talked about in a meeting the other day. So Caitlin, shout out to you when
Caitlin, that's
that,
awesome.
that came out.
That is an awesome line, though.
Let's talk about a few other tools that a small business might need. Any ideas? Come to either of you.
Canva is a really one.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Canva is like it's really cool, and it's so much of it is free. I'm always amazed when I'm in Canva on my free account how much stuff you can do for free, and it's like there used to not be. It used to be like Photoshop and like Paint, and there was like nothing in between. And Canva is like right in between of like functionality, and it's awesome. I love Canva.
So let me tell you what can happen with Canva. Just as far as talking a little bit about like how much you can do for free. They have I think you get 50 free AI generated images a month. So one thing we did on our other podcast is we were telling stories about like lost treasure, whatever, it doesn't matter. But we cut those stories down into like 5-minute clips, got like 30 AI images with Canva. We just put in like what was happening in that story. And in a month, we went from 0 to 15,000 followers with like 8 of those videos.
On TikTok, to be clear.
Yeah. Well, a follower is a follower is a follower.
Yeah, I just want to make sure they're like not like this. Like, yeah.
Wait, isn't there like a famous poem that's like a flower is a flower? No, that's a rose. A rose.
A rose is a rose.
Sorry, that's a follower, a flower. It was gonna be
follower to flower, flower to rose.
Yeah. Anyways, just a little bit of a use.
A follower by any other name. A follower by any other name smells as sweet.
Anyways, just kind of a little bit of use case of like, I used 2 tools, DaVinci Resolve and Canva, completely free, took a month. No reason a small business can't do that same type of thing.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Those TikTok stories that you did with that, it was hundreds of thousands of views.
We got into the millions.
Yeah,
views.
We went over 1 million views. So
well, that's the nice thing about Canva is, honestly, for small businesses like Studio Z, I mean, just their library of templates. Because rather than starting from scratch, especially if you're a barber and you need to create a social post, you can just use some of their templates, slap it in. All you got to be able to do is type and drag and drop, and you can create some butt kicking stuff. So, real snooty designers will turn their nose at Canva, but for the everyday person, it'll really just upgrade your marketing. If they do ever want to upgrade up to the Canva Pro, you get some kind of cool things as far as punching out the backgrounds. Cheap. It's really inexpensive. It's like
a lot of templates and stuff.
Yeah, and you get more AI credits and things like that. Right, and you can punch out the background even on video, so you could have somebody punch out the background and then put something different behind them and stuff like that. So when they're ready for that. But as far as a free tool, yeah, absolutely. Canva's awesome. Anything else come to mind?
This is kind of tough. I'm using my dad. He has a machine shop as an example. You had mentioned something earlier about like what website platform would you use if you were building a website as a small business?
I've got 2 that are go-to. Like Squarespace. Yeah, I'd go Squarespace, because don't hire someone to build a website for you. I don't think nowadays that's
which is
really
what my dad did. It costs a lot of money.
And
it still does.
It does, and you've got to maintain it. You still have to pay for the hosting and all that. Just get Squarespace. They've got so many good templates. They're SEO friendly, and you just use one of the templates there. and everything else is taken care of, you're going to look better than 80% of anyone else out there. So I just say keep it really basic. If you're in e-commerce, though, you'll want to go with something like Shopify. And that's what Studio Z is using, because they kind of want to have both. They want to have a website, but they also want to have the e-commerce angle of that. So I think you get your money's worth. Just pay a platform to do it, and don't hire someone to create it for you.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
If people not ready for Snowball, right, but they want to do a referral program, I just think it's important that all companies should be getting reviews and getting referrals, regardless if they use Snowball or a similar app. So you can really manufacture your own referral program. It won't be as slick, but you can use Google Forms. You can use free QR code generators that go to those forms, have alerts and email notifications that get sent to your salespeople. So that makes it easier for your customers to scan those QR codes, send those referrals over to the appropriate individuals.
Is there a free tool for like the mass texting part of it? Because I feel like that would be the biggest lift.
No, there's not going to be like a free.
They could build the forms. There's all this free stuff there, but like, do they have to? That's a requirement.
HubSpot will take care of email. They'll do 2,000 emails a month for free. But as far as the texting, I don't know of a free service.
I would probably recommend that you do use HubSpot and use their texting service and just pay for it, because it's probably one of the cheaper options.
How much is that?
Consolidates it. It's going to be based on usage as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of tools out there. So the Squarespaces, the Shopifys, the Canvas. If you have a very limited budget as a small business, I would you can do a lot of this for under $50 a month. I'd get one of these website services that you're paying $20 to $30 a month for, and then I'd take in something like a Canva and maybe upgrade to their pro version. And then use some of these other free tools, and HubSpot's free version. You've got your DaVinci Resolve free version, and then I would take a little bit and put it towards something like an Opus Clip, so that you can take any video content and blast it out there. And for $50, $60 a month, you pretty much will have your marketing covered. If you're willing to do a little DIY in your small business on a budget.
Yeah. Question for you guys: imagine a small business that a friend that runs a small business. If you were to recommend one paid tool, one paid tool, like you have to get this tool, what would it be? And it can't be Snowball, because we know
mine would be Squarespace. Get a nice website and be taken care of. So mine would probably be Squarespace.
Yeah, that's probably that's the case. So much of it depends on the company, right? Like. For example, my neighbor, she has a cookie business where her entire marketing.
Oh, you've talked about the cookie business.
Yeah.
I remember.
Cookies and Katie.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not Cookies by Katie. I've given her a hard time about it, but it's Cookies and Katie. I guess because she comes with every time you get the cookies.
She delivers them all.
The cookies aren't going to come by themselves. Katie's not going to come by. She's always going to come with the cookies.
It's a bundle. It's a bundle package.
But for her, like all her business is on Instagram, and there's a lot of people who do things like this, right? Like it's all on Instagram, but her most compelling content is her doing videos of her decorating the cookies. Like that gets all the views and that. So like creating like the good video capture software, that's what's going to be the most important for her.
Very interesting.
Like an Opus Clip, that would be perfect for her. Yeah, if you're doing anything with video, like you need something that you're going to need a tool like that. So that's perfect. And what about you? What's a software tool that you would say for a small business?
Yeah, I'm big on like the power of social, so I would probably pay for a video editing tool as well, honestly. I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because there's so much you can do for free. I wasn't prepared to answer my own question.
Here's what I'll say right now is like with AI produced content, I feel this way with like written content with our content team right now. It's like everyone's been enabled to produce content. Anyone can do it now.
Yeah.
And the problem now that you have to do is like, because it's such like to produce content is so easy, you really need to stand out then from everyone else. And to be standing out, you need to be producing unique content that's eye-catching, that grabs people. So finding diverse ways to send your messages and through multimedia and finding unique ways that you can beat out so you can stand out from really the sea of AI generated content is going to be really critical for companies more so going forward.
Very good.
I love that.
And it covered my brain fart. So
I think that was perfect. And any money you save on tools, invest that into creativity and storytelling. And I think that's really what's going to differentiate you is the authenticity of the creative storytelling that you can have is going to stand out in an AI world.
Or just invest in Bitcoin. That's another option.
There is a good one. I would take my 50,
15
60,
years ago.
I would take my $50, $60 a month and just buy Bucked Up, because with that, with the energy that's going to give you and how that's just going to just ignite your brain, all ideas are good.
Zaxter goes
Growth
from
is going to be
cutting-
taken care of.
Doing 8 haircuts a day to 20 haircuts a day.
He could do so many more haircuts. He could
only
probably
sleeps an hour.
He could work 19 hours a day. He could cut 19 heads of hair a day if he's just got a nice caffeine drip right into his bloodstream of Bucked Up.
Who's the PR team for Miami, and how are they getting into everything? Miami's like the cranberries of cities.
You're probably going to want to show that to the camera because it literally is Bucked Up Energy Miami.
Like how?
Yeah.
Can we create a Utah energy drink company that has like
Utah's not cool.
payson?
And it will never be
It tastes
payson.
like grass feels. I don't know.
Tastes like dilapidated buildings.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Miami has songs. I mean, Will Smith is writing rap songs about Miami.
I've gone to Miami and I'm
Miami
like,
Vice.
town.
If you like Cuban food, Miami's great. If for everything else, just
Is it not great?
well, it's just I don't know. If you like
I've never been there.
cleavage.
Well,
All right,
Actually,
then.
I get it now. I get it.
Now you
there's a marketing
understand.
conference in Miami, right?
I don't think they're doing anything intentional with their marketing. I think Miami is just organically branding itself.
I will
So.
say that color scheme is sick. It's kind of the same as
That's the Miami Vice.
The
That's the
Miami
Miami
Vice.
Vice color
It's
scheme
pretty
right there.
cool.
That's Don Johnson all over it. So I love it.
It's a reference I don't get.
Don Johnson.
Someone from
No, I don't-
it's gotta be
He
someone
must
from.
have been. He
Don't
must
worry,
have been in
don't
a
worry.
platoon in World War II.
I'm guessing he died from cocaine before I was born.
Yeah, he probably did. No. So anyway, thanks everybody for the awesome insights and the nice recommendations and the pretty catchy tunes. I won't lie. Some of those
B+. But
that
think
Snowball one. That
got
Snowball
better.
one dropped.
They got better as they went on.
And yeah, I think that Snowball one, like we might take a little cut of that and just use that. So I'm saying you peaked at the right time. It was right on our brand. So thank you.
perfect.
Do you think our Polish friend is going to be a little bit offended by the Serbian connotations?
No, he's a good dude.
No, those countries in Europe, they all love each other. They all get along really well.
They've got a history of
not wrong.
they've got a history of holding hands.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be great. He's super cool. With that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you, Christian, for your input, and thank you, Chad. This was great, and thanks to our audience for tuning in, because that's what we do now is we tune in.
Is FM? AM? Like we're tuned in?
You just turn your dial, and
Get up, kids!
we
The
tune
Snowball
in.
Effect's on.
The program is hot. I'm watching my program.
they
Hey, get me the chili.
They gather around, and they gather around the fireplace and the radio, and they listen to the Snowball Effect. But in all seriousness, thanks so much. That was a ton of fun. And if anyone out there has a really good suggestion of a tool or a resource that they want to offer Studio Z or that they want to recommend, please let us know, and we'd love to pass that along to Studio Z. So thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in to the Snowball Effect. We'll see you.